All right, so Abzan Hero. So this is another one of the infinite shells that Hero of the Precinct One maybe slots into. So at a glance, I look at this deck and we've got an okay collection of mid-range cards. Like, again, the way you can always kind of judge a deck at a glance is how many cards in your brew are cards that are playable in other shells. And so, like, Hero sees plenty of play, Midnight Reaper, Mortify, Seraph of the Scales, Find Finality, March of Multitudes, 2 Degrees. So a lot of the cards in this deck are playable somewhere. I do like the idea of Vraska Golgari Queen in a deck like this that's able to have extra tokens lying around to sacrifice to draw cards. Been watching for a while from YouTube. Keep up the stuff. Well, thank you, KYP. I appreciate the support. Thanks for keeping me around. I do kind of like the suggestion someone just made of Tithe Taker over Costly Plunder. I get that this card generates card advantage, but we don't actually have that many token producers in this deck. Maybe we split the difference with Tithe Taker, because like Tithe Taker's another reasonable card to sacrifice to Costly Plunder. But if you look here, we don't really have that many things. Like, we have Hero to make tokens, but we don't have that many other tokens to do. And like, this is another card that's good with Vraska Golgari Queen, which seems reasonable. Emmara could be good. I like that idea. This works with Hero as well. Let's try that instead of Tithe Taker. I like that idea. Let's put in some Emmara. See how that feels. Let's play some matches. Jump on in. One of the things that does worry me a bit about this deck is if you look at the deck, you'll notice that we don't have a lot of interaction in our deck, and this deck isn't terribly linear, which means a deck like Mono Blue is probably going to devour us just because we don't have meaningful blockers and we don't have an exceptionally fast clock. What's the best Hero deck we've played so far? If you look back on my YouTube channel, there's a 4-color Hero deck that's really sweet. I really like the 4-color Hero deck. That one probably stands out to me the most. Seraph and Archer are good against Mono Blue to a degree. So while they do have meaningful text boxes, having your first card that you can describe as good against Mono Blue cost 4 mana tends to mean you're going to struggle. Assassin's Trophy is interaction that plays nicely with Hero. That's not an unreasonable suggestion. That's something we could think about if we conclude we want more interaction in our deck, I think. That's an interesting card to play out into the Mortify that you know about. Which I think we're just going to go ahead and take this opportunity to do. Maybe they have a second search for Azcanta, or they just like want to get through the Mortify. What's my favorite deck in Grixis colors right now? Honestly, I'm not that big of a fan of anything in Grixis at the moment. Grixis, like, because it doesn't have Mortify, it tends to not have very powerful answers. And because it doesn't have powerful answers, it needs to be more proactive. I guess Grixis Dragons has been okay the couple of times we've played it. There's Akaya's Wrath. I'm going to take this opportunity to stick Vraska. Nah, I'm going to stick Seraph. Let's do that. Get more pressure into play. I love that I can go back and check the message history of users now. That's so super convenient.
It's only a matter of time.
Just gonna go ahead and find back some friends here. Yeah, when someone posts a message, yeah, I don't know, Marty. Did you see the one I banned? I was just like, I looked back at the history and I was like, yikes! How did we miss this one?
We need to move quickly.
They must have been posting messages on days that were exceptionally busy in chat. Wow, apparently they have Stone Cold Nothing. Deal.
No more games.
To look at a deck list and critique it, actual $0, especially if you're a sub, Sabinate, just pop into the subscriber Discord and tag me in a post. I'll take a peek after I'm done streaming. Hey, Rug Thumpington, thanks for the Twitch Prime. I appreciate that. Welcome, welcome. Thanks for keeping me employed here. Yeah, Hero plus Vraska seems pretty reasonable. Well then. Huh. Stop that. Yeah, an Abzan tokens deck that gets to really leverage Vraska Golgari Queen is kind of sweet. Hooked me on Domri decks. Rub Tumpington, thanks for the 2-month resub. Yeah, Domri, I'm really glad we went back and revisited Domri. That card's been really impressive. Yeah, I agree, Titan Killer. Tristani is an interesting thought to include. I agree that it provides similar synergy, but it also lets us go up over the top. It's also very good against Thief of Sanity decks. I agree, Burgle. March has been pretty constantly underwhelming in all the decks I've played it in. Whereas Tristani seems like it has some real power in some places. Maybe I'm supposed to play Poison Tip pre-combat there. Kaya, I mentioned this deck probably has a tough time against red. Kaya's a card that's very reasonable there. I kind of like that idea a lot. Hey, the best Iraq, thanks for the 3-month resub. I appreciate that. Welcome back.
I won't let you win.
I'm gonna sack a land here. Yeah, that's a good observation too. Things like using Vraska to use our tokens as a resource make things like March worse overall because we're shrinking our board down. Yeah, if they keep bricking here, the Vraska ultimate is lethal next turn. Is Watley good? Whenever a creature enters the battlefield under your control, draw a card. Or what are the odds this card is playable? Is it an unbreakable formation matchup? This is probably an unbreakable formation matchup, right? It's good versus Wrath. Randomly Anthem's our team too. Played against a Bonkers Enchantment Selesnya deck last night and want to build it and give it a go. I've not seen any Enchantment Selesnya deck. Yeah, Tristani sounds sweet. March of the Multitudes and Watley both seem kind of lackluster. I think Costly Plunder's probably mediocre too. Now, I think Emmara is really good here because they don't kill her right away. She, like, generates token advantage on board. Is it crazy to cut a hero? I guess if hero lives, they get to get him. Mortify, Dudge, Hedge, sideboard Lyra a little bit, so I don't want to cut. I want to leave 2 and 2 of these. Tristani against Thief and Hostage Taker is good too, yeah. And like Thief and Hostage Taker are cards that we're going to kind of have a hard time with. Pythagoras considered 10 to be the most sacred number, as it is 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4, which represented all of these wonderful things. It's a fun fact, Mr. Fota. It is, in fact, a fun fact. Poison Tip Archer blocks Thief of Sanity, and it makes their sweepers a little bit worse. Although Poison Tip Archer could be one of those cards that's just a little bit too cute overall. Alright, what do you got? What you working with over there? Cry and Absorb. I think I actually just take Teferi here. Can you say something long and complicated so I can cut it and misquote it to suit my own purpose? I like when people are upfront with me about what they want. It's good stuff. What's going on, Maddie? Thanks for the 30 months. I assume this is going to die to like a Mortify here. Yeah, that's fine. Probably play another Knight next turn. Man, I do really like the idea of this card with both, this card alongside both Emmara and Hero seems really good. Like, this is a sweet card advantage engine that, like, eventually wins the game if you can, like, keep feeding it stuff. Ooh, found a little bit of candy for later. It feels appropriate that you're in the middle of your terrible twos, Matthew. Definitely feels like a terrible twos. You definitely feel like a terrible twos child to me. Yeah, like we talked earlier about Soul Type being good because it had things to do with its land, thanks to Krasis, and Vraska gives us a very similar thing to be doing, right? Like, Vraska gives us something to do with these extra lands. So I'm just powering these up because I don't want them to die to this cry. Like that felt really good. So like you're dead to Vraska's ult. Emblem. Is 4 Vraska crazy? I wonder if 4 Vraska is crazy. For the children out there, that wasn't a dab, that was a sneeze. You should sneeze into your elbow because your elbow doesn't touch things, okay? Your hands do. Costly Plunder seems silly. March seems silly. I kind of want to put a few Tristani in here. Trophy seems okay as like extra catch-all, though I do have Mortify in this. Kaya. I like the idea of Kaya a lot. Honestly, Kaya could even be main deck. This card's just like good against blue and red. With a bunch of Vraska, do I want more Emmara? Is this card just silly? I feel like this card is kind of silly. Can I play another Midnight Reaper? I'm gonna play another Midnight Reaper. I wonder if the lands in here work to cast History of Benalia. This is 60 cards and doesn't look terrible. This is 60 cards and doesn't look terrible. How many white sources are we on? We're on 14. There's 16 white. There's a lot of duels. The mana's probably fine. Ajani's welcome. Let's cut that out. Let's get an extra Moment of Craving in here. Duress seems good. We've pulled the curve down, right? And focused a little bit more. Hey, Vera Shata with the very generous tier 3 sub. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Welcome. I kind of like Memorial to Glory. It's good with Vraska. It's good with Tristani. I kind of like having plenty of white mana. Sideboard Tocatli. How many cards do I have that are impacted by Tocatli? Not that many. Tocatli's probably a good idea. I think I like Tocatli as an honor guard. It shuts off Night of Autumn, but Night of Autumn's not really a card I want against Sultai anyways. And Tristani's good enough that this non-bow is probably fine. I think I like where we're at. Let's try this. Do I need this Unbreakable formation card? How often am I going to be able to hold this up in response to a Wrath? Probably not very often. Yeah, we are very much a tap out deck. How do I feel about Vivien versus Carnage Tyrant? I think I like Vivien better. Tithe Taker's not an unreasonable card. Ajani's kind of sweet. I like that card against control. Let's give this a try. I'm gonna throw away our rank. Let's do it. I like the look of it. Let's do it. We added more mythics, so we should win more. There are 24 creatures in my deck. That is plenty for Midnight Reaper. 5 Nexus decks in a row, go. Well, I mean, we have Mortify and Trophy, and, like, Kaya hammers their search for Azcanta, and we have some pressure. Like, I don't know that we're just dead, Wilderness Reclamation decks. Feel like we have a lot of tools. Like, Tocatli is a card that's good when you have a bunch of stuff, but guess what? If you have a bunch of stuff, you should probably be winning, right? Like, that's how we describe a win more card, generally speaking. This card is good when we're winning, but if we're winning, why do we need a card that's only good when we're winning? Is basically what it comes down to. So no block here on the Bodyguard. Really hoping to draw a green source here so we can jam this Emmara. I'm going to go ahead and play Oligarch here rather than being greedy and playing another hero out, because I do just want to, like, stack up some defenses here. Red-white aggro. So that's good to note. That means that we do need to worry about the card, Heroic Reinforcements. Yeah, Kaya is very reasonable against the opponent's deck, for sure. Alright, so I think at this point, I play this and then play Overgrown Tomb tapped. If they go land Heroic Reinforcements, we're going to be in a lot of trouble, but you're usually in trouble against that, so We're looking to dodge Conclave Tribunal here. Nope, they have it. So hoping to draw another green source next turn. Oh, is that better or worse than Conclave Tribunal for us? I think I just trade here. Alright, if we hit some lands, we could be okay here just because of the volume of blockers we're going to have. Okay. Yep. So, you're saying there's a chance. Take a chance on me. Do-do-do-do-do. We are by no means a lock. why there's a song link? Alright, I'm gonna have to bookmark this for later. Yeah, History's maybe a card that could be played in this deck. I think I need to hold my heroes back just in case it looks like I need to block with them. I could be aggressive here and trophy this and hit them for 4. But I think I'd rather... Like, what are the odds I'm blocking with the heroes next turn? 0%? It's actual 0%, right? I'm, like, gonna have 5 tokens to their 5 attackers. Yeah, I'm gonna trophy the elephant and hit them for 4. I think there's a chance we get to race here. Yeah, I can't win without these, right? So I might as well attack with them. We're not blocking. Let's get in our points of damage. All right, so gain 5. Gain 5. Double block. Double block. Take 4. We're not racing at this point, chat. People talking about blocking Vanguard to make them deal damage. You're misassessing our role in the current game. We are currently the control deck, and we are going to win this game if it goes long. So the only reason I attacked with the heroes was because I knew I wasn't blocking with them, so I might as well get the damage in. I didn't attack with the heroes because I think we're the aggressor here. So my goal is to make this game go as long as possible. Because the longer this game goes, the more likely I am to win compared to my opponent. With their knights having vigilance, I really can't afford to, like, race in any meaningful way. So I think I'm going to throw both of these away to keep her alive. I'm really surprised they didn't attack with the... I guess if they attack with this too, I just block here and go chump chump. I think this is fine though. Gosh, if we draw a land next turn, we get 2 shots at a land. So I can Emmara, make 2 tokens, sack a token to Vraska, hopefully draw a land or another 2-mana multicolored spell, and then Mortify. That'll work too. That'll do as well. Thank you, pig. Triggers. Man, who's super happy we took the curve for this deck and pulled it down and put a bunch more 2-drops in it? I know I am. The Just Mirror standard getting really boring. Well, trust me when I tell you that you're in the minority of people who are only watching Modern and not watching Standard. In my opinion, this current Standard format is probably one of the top, let's say 5 to 10 formats I've ever played, whereas the current Modern format might be the single worst Modern has ever been, in my opinion. No. Best format, period, Doogie. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do this. Oh, you're correcting yourself. Sure. They're down to 8. Because the Emmara doesn't really do anything. Oh, that's good. Oh, that's good. Oh. Oh, she exiles knights.
I'm gonna make you suffer. Not on my watch.
Ice, ice, baby. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do.
Alive, alive.
I'm so happy that, like, the first game we played after making a few changes, like, all the changes have been like, yep, these are great. Yep. Alright. Moment of Craving sounds great. Trophy seems fine. Midnight Reaper's an easy cut against an aggro deck. What do I trim? Trim one Emmara, just because she's not attacking a lot of the time. I think Tocatli to shut off Loxodon's too narrow. I think my Knight of Autumn and Tristani are more important than their Loxodon. Why is Modern the worst it's ever been? I would just so people understand, because people don't understand what the word subjective means. In my opinion, it's the worst it's ever been. The decks that are good, I find really obnoxious compared to decks that were good in formats of Modern past, such as Splinter Twin and Birthing Pod and things of that nature. That was a sweet game. I feel like we had a good mix of good cards that lined up well into what our opponent was doing. I think Duress isn't quite good enough in matchups like this. While my opponent has a lot of high impact non-creature spells, they don't have that many non-creature spells, so your Duress is frequently going to miss. Oh, I guess I keep this with this guy. Need black mana here. Yikes. Yikes. Alright. Well, we get to play game 3 on the play. Yeah, but if Duress was Drill Bit, it would cost us 3 mana in this matchup most times, Greg, so we also wouldn't bring it in. Alright, if we had a black source this turn, we're gonna get to play Game of Magic. Alright, it's a little bit slow, punished for leading on Memorial. Maybe, am I supposed to lead on Temple Garden there? I'm supposed to lead on Temple Garden there, aren't I? Just because of all my buddy lands. Yeah, if I led on Temple Garden there, I think we'd win this game. We might still win if we run off some lands here, but we are much further behind than we otherwise would be because I played the wrong land to start. Yeah, like I'd be playing Oglarch this turn. I'd like tapped Memorial Oglarch this turn. Yep. Like so many of my black sources there were buddy lands that this didn't bring into play untapped. It's a big deal. So I'd be like 5 points of life higher and like have traded off one of these here. Land. I want to curve this. Yeah, I'd be at 16. This would be dead and I'd have a 1/1 in play. It's a really, really big difference. And like, again, like, that's one of the things that makes Magic such a difficult game to get better at is The fact that I played the wrong land on turn 1 is probably why I'm going to lose this game, where it's really easy to look at it in hindsight and go, oh, I just missed my 4th land and I lost because I missed my 4th land, not I had good resources and died because I misused my resources. Yeah, I agree, Admain. There's a good chance I just don't want this in my deck and I want another untapped land. I agree with that assessment. Like, all of these are knights. So, I think we're dead here. I believe we're just dead, right? Because all of these are going to get +2/+2 next turn. Would have needed to hit Tristani on 5 in order to do stuff there. Oh, I guess, I guess the line is this, right? The line is do this, and then I'm not dead on board, and I can draw a land that doesn't hurt me and play Tristani. Again, G-Butts, one of the things I really encourage people to do is, like, focus on what I'm talking about, why we're losing this game. We're not losing this game because we need sideboard cards for it. We're losing this game because I played the wrong land on turn 1. If I'd have played the correct land, we'd still be in this game. We'd probably be winning by a significant margin if I'd have played the correct land. And even having played the wrong land, we still have a chance to win here, right? Rats. Yeah, I'm gonna cut the memorial here. Kite Sail is not a very good 2-drop. It's very low power. It doesn't trade profitably in combat. It applies less pressure to the opponent. It doesn't trigger our hero. So I think Kite Sail is bad for a variety of reasons in this archetype. I think we might have been okay there if I'd have played my lands right to start. I don't think we need Conclave Tribunal. We have Assassin's Trophy and Mortify, which are a little bit more efficient. I don't think Conclave Tribunal is solving problems that I currently am identifying in this deck. I don't currently have any problems identified at all. So we need to play games to get a feel for what's good and bad. This curve is real sweet here. This curve is real sweet. The Ooze deck was just a bad version of Climb. Gonna take a little bit of damage from our mana, but other than that, this is looking pretty good. Again, there are so many cards in Magic that you can play in any given deck that you can't just put cards in your deck that have synergy in them. You want to think about your deck, think about what problems it has, and goes, okay, my deck has this problem, and we're gonna try and solve that problem by making this change. Man, is Kaya about to dumpster them here or what? Alright, this might be a game where Memorial does something. I don't understand. Again, G-Butts, I feel like a matchup like this probably isn't bad for us, and this is the type of matchup where I want Golden Demise. So, find a problem, identify the solution. So what problem do you think we have that Golden Demise solves? Why is it a card worth playing? I think I actually just want a 3/3. I think I just want to do this. Kaya dismantled them this game. That's true, Burgle. That's a very good observation. Ooh, that's a good draw. Do I just kill the Adanto now? Yeah, I'm gonna kill the Adanto now because then I can exile it with Kaya and gain some life.
Funny, that's what I do.
Yeah, Flower Flourish requires you play basic lands, and I don't really want to play basic lands in this deck. Oh, did I forget to update Stream Decker? I'll fix that in a second. Hero decks are called that because they're named after the card Hero. Decks are generally named after a card that they play. How do we feel about being aggressive at this point? Guys, like, smack them for 5, like, shock in the land, play the Seraph. That's probably a winning line, right? Like, hasn't Kaya done her stuff already? I could keep this back. Okay, I'm gonna keep the 2-1 back. Because the 2-1 means if they want to kill Kaya, both the things have to attack Kaya. So I like that. Leaving this back actually helps me win the race because it makes Kaya a bigger distraction. And actually with the Seraph, this is probably fine as well. Kaya has gained us 2 life and exiled 2 knights and a 1-drop. Alright, Boros Charm you. The Memorial's about to look very good here. The Memorial, I don't know that we need it to win this game, but the Memorial is going to make blockers here for us. Holy crap, we're dead. Yay, Magic! Yay, Magic! The highs and lows of the Magic the Gathering experience, ladies and gentlemen. The highs and the lows of the Magic the Gathering experience. It makes you feel things on the inside. That's why we play high skill, low variance game, right? Easy game, easy life. Oh. Oh. I think I played this game well, thank you very much. I messed up the last game, but I think I've played this game well. Sometimes we deserve to be punished. This was not one of them. Man, they boarded really big, huh? Hey, look, guess what else Kaya's good against? Kaya's really good against Rekindling Phoenix, chat. Huh, I guess she's dead here. Do I just let this happen? I just let this happen, right? They're not going to pay life for a Danto Vanguard, so I don't think I should block there. I don't think they're going to pay life for a Danto. I think I just let this happen. They're dead to a removal spell. If I don't block here, they're dead to a removal spell, because this has trample. And then I think I just do this and attack with both. They trade and go to 2, and then maybe we went on the back of the Memorial. Don't forget the Tithe Taker tax. Good call. Good call. Let's do that now. Thank you. Finalicia saves the day. Saves the day with the, hey, there's a Tithe Taker in play, idiot. Yep, definitely was about to be a big dumb stupid. Definitely didn't remember Tithe Taker. Twitch chat is such an amazing competitive advantage. I can see the Reddit headline now. Hogland cheats way to top of constructed ladder on the back of Twitch chat's help. Outside assistance, please ban. Baffling End means they're not dead on board. This means they're not dead on board. They are dead to a removal spell on Phoenix, though. They can't attack because they die. Have you had people correct you on how you pronounced your own last name? No, none to date. This is the part where we don't draw any more spells and they draw like Lyras and stuff. Okay. Oop, nope, don't do that. Oh, jeez. Alright, we need a live one, otherwise this takes over the game. Oh, that's a live one. That's a live one. Yahtzee. That one. Kill it. Alright, we snuck it out. We punted the second game, but we snuck out the third. That was sweet. That stick's pretty good. Feels reasonable. It's pronounced hog lime a piggy, right? We had some good back and forth at the end there. Opponent's white aggro deck is interesting. They're going really big post board with Rekindling Phoenixes and stuff. Kaya's back was strong. She helped carry us to victory for sure. You jokingly mispronounced your name so much, I'm not entirely sure how to pronounce it anymore. God bless. Look at us, 16. Moving on up. I think I'm happy with what we did. Do I just run it back? Someone earlier had suggested, what's this card called? It's the green, what's the green-white thing? The other green-white 2-drop? Legacy, something Legacy. Ship's Legacy. Is this card, is it reasonable to split this card with Emmara? Emmara is better with Vraska, right? Yeah, I think I'd rather have this because it's good with Vraska. It's better with Tristani, too. You can find all the decks that I played today on my Stream Decker page. Yeah, let's just keep playing. Someone said I forgot to update the Stream Decker page for this one. Let me make sure I do that. Let's jump back in here. See if we can find, like, No, I updated the Stream Decker. Don't lie to me. Easy mulligan, needs a second land. Oh, magic. This deck would love Voice of Resurgence. That card's probably pretty good in Standard. Phoenix, okay. We don't have, do we have any exile removal? We have Kaya to exile Phoenix out of their bin. I think there's an incredibly good chance the first creature I play dies. So I'm gonna lead on Emmara, hoping that she takes the bait and then that hero can stick.
A good fight. Notice I didn't say just a bad rubbish.
That's unfortunate. Hopefully we draw lands here so we can go hero plus Emmara.
Just you wait.
Untapped land. think we're probably a little bit too far behind. We gave it our all for being starting on 5 cards, but it's what it is. A little bit too far gone. I wonder if we want a third Emmara in the our third Kaya in the sideboard. Card seems pretty good. Find another trophy. I don't really have a ton of cards for this matchup, huh? Finality doesn't seem very good. Do I want Duress, maybe? They don't really play much protection. They do play a lot of removal, though. Vivien Reid shoots down Drakes, I suppose. Doesn't seem unreasonable. Knight of Autumn doesn't really have meaningful text. I probably just don't mind having Moment of Cravings in my deck, huh? They bring in Walkers post-board. Little Vraska is actually kind of medium in this matchup, huh? She misses Phoenix, and they usually don't play Little Drake. Leave one of her in. I think I'll favor Vivien, though. Let's give this a try. We're still just kind of feeling out what we want to be doing. Not 100% sure what our plans are everywhere. What's our plan if our opponent drops Niv? We have a bunch of removal spells that kill Niv Mizzet. The deck list is on your screen. Yeah, the one main deck in Transing Melody is likely indicative that they're playing close to, if not exactly, LSV's PT list. He was on one of those. Alright. Hopefully they play like land Crackling Drake and we just like play Vivien Reid, shoot it, and then start attacking. Sure. Nah, there's no guarantee they have a removal spell, Doogie. And there's no guarantee if they do have a removal spell, they're going to prioritize Oglark and kill it.
How this thing go? Meet my newest friend.
I don't think Flower Flourish is very good because it requires us to put a bunch of basic lands in my mana base, and I'd kind of rather not have a bunch of basic lands in my mana base.
That can't help you now. A while you can't stop nature.
I think I just want all my Seraphs as blockers. Maybe you could argue I want the Tristani, though, because it makes my Seraph big enough to block a Phoenix profitably. Could definitely see that. Well, they've got Drakes on Drakes on Drakes. Yeah, the Viviens have been very good here.
Sometimes restoration means retribution.
I assume there's going to be a Phoenix coming back next turn. I assume this is going to be Bacon. They're also down to 10 here. Good lord. 4 Drakes in. 20 cards is real good. So, I ticked up Vivien there, so that way we can down tick. We can chump block this Drake and then down tick her next turn, ideally, I think. There's a good chance the Phoenix is flooping back into play this turn, so, like, I think there's only one in here, thankfully, so they've only had one of those in the top half of their decks. We got that going for us. They have a second Phoenix here, we could be in trouble. Yeah, we're going to Memorial this turn. Depending on how aggressive they get, we might be able to raise, because she makes lifelink tokens as well, which is helpful. They don't usually play Crash Through, so they shouldn't have any way to give this trample. That's unfortunate. We're going to need to actually draw a spell for the turn. That's something we've not been able to do so far. Okay.
This is nothing.
Okay.
Nothing phases me.
I'd like one chicken and one radical idea, please.
Sorry, what's that do to you?
No, it's imperative that I get rid of their actual threat there. Don't be cute and hope they just have nothing in their hand. The Phoenix is what's actually killing me. I want to get rid of the card that actually kills me. I definitely could be cheeky and, like, hope to get lucky and then complain when they have 3 instants and sorceries, but I think I just want to, like, take the card that kills me. Alright, here's hoping we find Tristani and get this back next turn. We get 5 looks at her.
Balance comes.
That's unfortunate. Didn't even hit a multicolored card. I think I'm just going to start taking their creatures. Gain some life. Yeah, there's 3 Tristani in my deck. We bought them 2 earlier, but I have 3 of them. Tristani would have been an ideal hit there. Anything that,
The search for the unknown. That's real science.
That's a good draw. think I block like this.
Let's do this again.
I could draw hero for the turn, so I'm gonna draw. Can we just like draw? Can we just like have one turn where we draw 2 spells? Just have one turn where we draw 2 spells. That would be incredibly nice if we just like draw 2 spells. Kaya's alt is not quite lethal yet. It's getting there though. This is cards 6 and 7. I didn't destroy Ral because I don't have anything going, because maybe I can steal this game with the Kaya ultimate. But with these lifelink tokens, maybe that's not a possibility. I don't know. I think we're kind of screwed regardless, chat. I think we're kind of screwed regardless. It doesn't actually matter, and all roads lead to us losing. Needed a couple of turns where we like drew 2 spells. Like we had like most of our draw steps have been lands. The only reason like we've had spells to stay into the game is because like we had Vivien plussing for so long. Yeah. I don't think Ral ulting rarely is actually true. Ral's a planeswalker that like goes to high loyalty immediately and then kind of stays there, right? Try again, shall we? Burton Tangent, thanks for the 15 months. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around. It's really okay. You don't need to like make a bunch of changes to your deck because you flood out and die occasionally. Like that's just how magic happens. It's okay. We should prioritize Tristani higher in that matchup? I don't think so. Maybe there was a chance they were supposed to take Tristani over the second Seraph, but like they also, our second Seraph dies to Beacon Bolt if you recall. So like if I took Tristani instead of the Seraph there, it would have just died to Beacon Bolt, leaving us in a bad spot. Actually, it would have left us in a worse spot than we actually were in, so I think taking the second Seraph was correct. Modal, thanks for the 13 months. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around. Fountain of Renewal into favorable wins. Interesting. I wonder if they must be a Dovin deck, huh? I wonder if they're like a Dovin Tezzeret deck. Yeah, the second Seraph ate a removal spell and left flying blockers. I'm gonna offer to trade this 2 for 1. Maybe I should have attacked. Maybe I should have attacked there and see if they single block and then mortify in response. Yeah, I think that's what I'm supposed to do. I'm supposed to attack, maybe they single block, and I mortify in response. Yeah, they could have had a Pierce, that's true. And then I trade 1 for 1 and I'm not happy. I definitely was thinking about that.
Until you have lived as a statue, some solutions.
Aggro card, love it. It must be like a Dovin Karn Tezzeret deck, right? We've played a few of those on stream before. This is the ranked queue. Our opponent is diamond ranked. So there aren't that many people in Mythic currently. It's still very early in the season. They're trying to summon the Ghost of Kaladesh. Whoa! That's the ghost of something. I love Seraph. She's so good. Give me Death Touch, baby. And then we get to gum the ground up here pretty solidly, because we get to go second hero into Oligarch, into Tristani. I think we're in a pretty good spot. Feels that way. If I don't like accidentally die in the air, we should be fine. I kind of wouldn't mind drawing an untapped land here. They block here, they take 6, 11, 21. What are the odds I die on the backswing? 0? What are the odds I die on the backswing? I think it's 0. Yeah, that's fair, Burgle. And if I don't attack with the heroes, maybe they block these and then I get afterlife tokens.
It's hard to be a genius surrounded by lesser minds.
Go home, Arena, you're drunk. Go home, you're drunk. Nope, there's nothing wrong with your screen. That actually happened. Alright, Trophy sounds great. Vivien actually sounds pretty good. They had some flying creatures. Fine, Finality doesn't seem fantastic. I don't really want to kill my board with Finality here, and they're not killing a lot of my creatures. I guess Kaya exiles Karn tokens. We have played an Azorius Artifacts deck in Standard. That would be fine to submit again, though, to take another crack at. Think I want Duress. Was Duress, like, better than Midnight Reaper and Emmara? That might be the case. Yeah, Emmara doesn't seem great. She has a hard time attacking in. And they probably have a lot of Planeswalkers. There's a chance they have, like, random counterspells and sweepers, too. Yeah, you can always see all of the upcoming deck lists that we're going to be playing on stream by taking a look at the deck queue on my website. I always try to stay real organized around here. This probably isn't good enough, right? The lands are awkward. They like randomly have an aggressive draw, we die. Alright, so you're saying there's a chance. That's all I really need, chat. All I really need. Take a chance on me. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. And regardless of if this hand hit or not, I think keeping hands like this is very correct. think just in general, you're supposed to keep hands that are good if they draw lands in situations like that. Hopefully they attack with this, so we Knight kill this, have Emmara kill this. This is perfect for us. So play this, Knight of Autumn, naturalizes their thing.
These results are an anomaly, not to be repeated.
You have a card.
I fight with all.
That is an aggressive 1/1. So I'm gonna start with this. They have that. So I guess I attack everything at Karn here, right? They have to block both of these for him to not die. I guess they could trade here, and he goes to 1. Let's do this to start. See how things go.
I have let my friends down.
So they're kind of going all in on the lamp here. And then Assassin's Trophy's going to clean that up for us here, ideally. Interesting. They played an untapped land, so they have some kind of protection spell here. Nope. Just a bluff. Ah, audio bug! These people are great. Buy their stuff. These people all so great. Buy their stuff. Back to your regularly scheduled Magic Arena. I'm kind of digging what this deck was doing. I honestly had pretty low expectations going in, but I feel like what we've ended up on here is like really cohesive and interesting. Kind of like what we have going on. Play one more match with this, then we're gonna wrap up the day playing Teamer Flash for an hour or so. Have a good one, mister. Yeah, Kaya's excellent. Kaya's been really good. Our opponent is ranked 34 and we're ranked 22. Us, top of the ladder battles. Let's do it. Don't know about you, but I'm feeling 22. Just Skyland's main deck Tocatli on our guard. You have my attention. Jeskai Angels, perhaps? So, we started with March of the Multitudes in this deck, and I don't think it's particularly well suited for this archetype. Between being aggressive and attacking and spending our mana every turn and like Vraska sacking extra tokens we have, it feels like we often don't have extra things lying around to make that possible. Opponent is ranked 34. It's like Jeskai Angels, it looks like. Feels like some kind of Angels thing. Couple of brews at the top of the ladder. That's exciting. The standard format's great. Even with notable exception, Wilderness Reclamation, there's a lot going on. Here's double Oglark here. I think I just double Oglark. I think there's too much enchantment removal that's main deckable in this format for a card like Absolution to be good. G-Butts, thanks for the $5 tip. I appreciate it. You seen the Mardu Vampires list going around? I've not. That's from the... that was out of the Mythic Championship, right? If so, I think yes. I saw one from the Mythic Championship. Just gonna go ahead and trade these off here, I think. The Oglarks leave Phantom tokens behind, which seems fine. They have 4 cards in their hand. I wonder, like, our hand is, like, really good right now, so I wonder what they have going on. Lyra is pretty reasonable. They have 2 blockers here, so I'm gonna go ahead and put Vraska down. and start throwing away some of these 1/1s on the ground in order to try and find a removal spell for that Lyra. Okay. Thankfully our deck's kind of grindy, especially if we're heading towards a Vraska emblem. So, even if they gain a bunch of life here, especially with these Seraph the Scales, we're going to be in an okay spot. We're going to get to block for a while. Would I ban Wilderness or Nexus? Can I say yes? Is yes an answer I'm allowed to give?
What's about to happen?
Must I choose? Must I choose? This has first strike, chat. This has first strike, so I think I'd rather dig for removal. This is also working towards its ultimate too, chat. Like working towards her ultimate's a big deal here. Attack for 2 here. This gives me extra flyers for next turn. Yeah, I probably should have sacked that. I agree. I don't know. I also have like 7 attackers to their 4 blockers at the moment. They only have 2 cards in their hand, so we're probably good. I have, like, Find Finality to pick these Seraphs back up, too, in case something goes sideways. Yeah, this even means we win through, like, a sweeper there.
You're not long for this world.
Triggers. Vivien sounds great. Trophy sounds great. Kaya is good against Phoenix and History Battalion, so I guess we'll leave that. Emmara, maybe this card's not very good. She's probably good in matchups where we need to be aggressive, but it's been kind of mediocre in a lot of places. Is Find Finality bad? Like, the find half of it is pretty reasonable, right? Yeah, I agree, Burgle. I think I agree with that. What do we think of this? Like, occasionally having a sweeper in this matchup might be good, too. They could have counter spells post-board as well, which is interesting. Let's do this. Kaya exiles Rekindling Phoenix, and it deals with History Benalia well. So I think Kaya is fine. This hand seems reasonable. It needs a Black Source, but it just like also needs to draw lands. Alright, I'm actually gonna run to the restroom really quick. I'll be right back. I apologize. Sorry, it's okay.
I'll make use of that later.
Cancel the GG, everything's fine. So I just trophy this and ignore it. If they play a giant angel, what's my plan? If they play a giant angel, what's my plan? Can I beat a giant angel? I kinda can't, right? I think I can beat this by pressuring it.
You are only hurting yourself.
Fine Finality looking kind of awkward here, but they also haven't played any removal, so... Have some lands. So hopefully they don't play a sweeper here. If they play a sweeper, I feel pretty bad. Hopefully they just play a threat and then we kill their thing. Deal. They have a second removal spell. Karn stays kind of up. I'm hoping they play a threat here so I can trophy. I think I just hope to draw a land here so I can play Tristani, kill Karn. Again, just like, want to think about what do I do in the face of an angel. It feels like the way they're playing, they don't have sweepers to play to, so that seems good for us.
Farewell, and thank you for the lesson.
They might have a piece of spot removal for Tristani, but like that's not that big of a deal. She left some friends behind and she helped us take Karn off the table. No, when a trigger for something goes on the stack, taking the source of that trigger away doesn't stop the fact that the trigger happened. Were those... What do we think about that draw? Is that draw good? What do we think? And 8, we played around that, right? Like we were talking that entire time. What do I do if they draw an angel? What do I do if they draw an angel? And then like we had the answer for when they drew an angel. But they have another angel now, we could be in trouble, but for now we're ahead. Alright, what you got? Okay, don't play a big scary. Don't do it. That's a big scary. They lava coiled all of my things. Okay, if this goes to a game 3, we are gonna cut this card. I should have played this tapped. Woof. That is a huge source of card advantage. Alright, so need a Mortify so we can kill them. Wow, can't kill them or Teferi. Yikes. There's a good series there. Still hoping for Mortify so we can pressure this. Alright, I think we're entering garbage time. And again, like, you could think about entering garbage time and, like, we're entering garbage time because I'm mis-sideboarded. Like, if this was just, like, any spell on our sideboard right now, we'd probably have been in a pretty good spot. But, like, it's not, so I'm kind of medium. Yeah, gosh, could you imagine if this had been Ajani? That's, like, a card that gets our hero back that, like, also, like, adds pressure to the table, which is nice. Yep. So, removal spell kills Teferi here, so could maybe punish them for being aggressive. That is a heck of a removal spell.
consider it done.
I kept Find Finality. I kept Find in because the Find tap is useful. They're also a History of Benalia deck, so occasionally they might get aggressive draws where Finality is relevant. Just like our opponent's playing a brew, so I'm guessing as to what I'm supposed to be doing against them, just as much as they're guessing what they're supposed to be doing against us. So we're looking to draw like Vivien Reid here now. Vivien Reid would answer Lyra and then also start generating card advantage. Do I play Kaya as a distraction? Probably. Nah, I'm just gonna make 2 tokens. Wow. Yep. Alright. Probably dead. I guess if I draw a trophy, we can maybe get back into it. Definitely all hedging on drawing removal spells, though. They're playing Jeskai Angels. Looks like Blue-White Angels splash Lava Coil. Yeah, their deck seems sweet. We played a bunch of Blue-White Angels on stream, and it felt really, really good when we played it. And Lava Coil is definitely a solid addition. Nah, I think I'd rather just have Ajani. We've not seen a really out of our opponent yet, if they're playing it. They needed one of our sources of card advantage. It's possible that I want like 3 Viviens in my sideboard for matches like this. I mean, we don't know for sure that they don't play Sweeper's Burgle. They could definitely be a Deafening Clarion deck. That's a card that's like kind of worth splashing red for. Yeah, it felt like last game was really close. Feels like we're pretty far behind here at this point, though. Yeah. So what? They play an Angel. We hopefully untap and draw Vivien and kill it. I do have Mortify for the next threat as well. We're hoping to dodge more removal spells out of them. Looks like they have another Lava Coil. Yeah. Drawing multiple Lava Coils is very, very good against us. I'm just gonna go ahead and trade these off here. Sure, your opponent has incentive to use exile-based removal, but not everyone has exile-based removal. So, like, boarding the Finds out in the matchup where they have a bunch of exile removal is probably better than just, like, not playing Find, which is a perfectly serviceable card. And I think Find's probably also very good against, like, Esper Control, for instance. You can find Blue-White Angels and all sorts of other fantastic decks that we've played on my YouTube channel, my website, my Stream Decker page. Lots of great resources for lots of sweet decks.
I'm good at what I say. Must be made from time.
A flying token here to block their Phoenix on Vraska for a turn, and then hopefully get her up high enough that they can't get rid of it. If we have a 2-spell turn at some point here, we can probably pull kind of ahead. I can't believe Phoenix is kind of brutal. send these. If we draw 2 spells next turn, maybe we can be in this. It definitely feels like we're gonna need a 2-spell turn. Hope we draw Ajani, because Finality would be excellent here. Alright, well there's 1 spell. That's a land. Yeah, close game. That game actually wasn't too close. The opponent kind of dismantled us that game. The second game was incredibly close. Needed to see a little bit more Vivien's or something like that game, right? It's also possible. How many black sources do we have? Only have 14. I don't know that we necessarily have enough to support Vraska's Contempt. And we have Kaya to like exile stuff out of the bin. 3/3 Emmara trophy split main deck. Yeah, I could see that. Trophy's been really good, and Amara's been like kind of medium. I wouldn't mind getting a 3rd Vivien into the sideboard for the random Angels decks. Just like a good card in general too. Is my beard pink too? Of course my beard is pink too, Spep. We don't do things halfway around here. We do things full way. Thanks for the 15 months to Teresa. Welcome back. Yeah, I kinda like with what we ended on. This is probably the best Vraska Golgari Queen deck that we've played. Like, this card feels very close in a lot of situations. The fact that you're able to consistently generate card advantage with this in a deck that has both Hero and Afterlife and other miscellaneous tokens felt really pretty reasonable. Getting to play both Assassin's Trophy and Mortify felt really good as far as efficient removal is concerned. And Tristani's a really sweet catch-up card against things like both Hostage Taker and Thief of Sanity that can be really annoying in this format. We did win with Vraska alt. There's definitely the best Vraska alt deck I've played ever. Like, we're so wide when we go. Alright, so that's gonna wrap for that. If you didn't see that whole deck, we played this one for almost an hour.